Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lotus Path Holistics. My name is Leonardo, and today we're going to be talking about the next spiritual life lesson in my video series about reclaiming your power. Now, for the past 3 weeks, we've been talking about inner spiritual gifts. This week, and for the next 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about outer spiritual gifts. Outer spiritual gifts are an external expression of spirituality, and they're about the actions, the things that happen physically, and the things that, happen in your awareness, as well as your untapped potentials and your outer circumstances, things that in spirituality affect your physical life. So this week we're going to be talking specifically about the gift of power. Now, spiritual power. Power itself is about spiritual consciousness, and it is about the will that you have and the spiritual mission that you have. Power is about your strong-willed demeanor. It is about, how you have a spiritual mission and a purpose and how you follow that. Your power is deeply rooted in your spiritual inspirations and how you inspire others with that inspiration. Now, the power of influence is just very important when it comes to power, because power becomes influence and leadership. Power becomes the advanced skills that every spiritual person has to become a true leader in their community, as well as the influence to influence everyone around you, the masses. So the power of that influence is to shine bright, to shine as bright as you can when you walk in a room and to affect large groups of people. And the power is also to inspire change in your life and change in the people around you. And with people you teach, spiritual gifts and just lessons to, or just help. The power also, true spiritual power, leads to great potentials being uncovered and you pulling out the deepest potential in somebody else. And deep and most of all, power is about your control over reality and your control over the spiritual reality that you have and bringing it to your physical world, the control over that spiritual energy, and understanding that you have all this energy within you and you have to take control of it so that you can focus it in the right way. So, power has a curse. Power is the spiritual gift, but the spiritual curse is void, or we can say vacuum, or just like a black hole of energy. Now, power being a curse, it can, like when you walk in a room, it can really get bad if you don't embrace that power. It gets out of control and then sucks everything in. It becomes a void of energy that, just is never ending. People who have such strong power and don't tend to it end up becoming like a void space, like a vacuum, and just suck everything in, or even affect people in negative ways. And you don't want to do that. No, never. So that being said, when you get to those, spiritual gifts that you can become advanced with, being able to use that power to influence people, it's when you actually take that power and you focus it in the right way. There's beautiful ways to do that, and we definitely look forward to teaching you how to do that. So let's talk about past lives. I'm a past life therapist, and in past lives, power was within everything and everybody. It's a pure energy source in everything. Some people call it chi, or source energy or material, God particle. And it was in everything in past lives. Everything was spiritual, everything was physical and spiritual united, and the power was hard to lose because everyone had a sense of it, Today's world is a little bit different. No, actually a lot bit different. Because, by only interacting with, people with power, you can gather that influence. In this world, there's only a few people with that power, and a lot of people don't have it. And, when people have the gift of influence and spiritual influence to the world, some people abuse that power. And it's hard to keep it together because spirituality is such a fluid topic and a feeling and a consciousness that we're all a part of. So with all that power in this world comes super great responsibility. And if you don't take that responsibility serious, you end up failing along the way. So let's talk about the 3 most important steps to reclaiming your power. If you have lost your power and you have all this energy that you're not taking control of, if you have lost control of it, well, there's a way to be able to get that power back. There's also a way for you to tap into your spiritual power, and I'm going to show you now. Just some basic tips on how to do that. Let's talk about number 1. Number 1 is about taking accountability for who you are and what you are. Now, you are alone in life. You begin alone in life and you end alone. So, people often say that, but what it really means is that you are accountable and responsible for your actions and who you are. Who you are as a person, only you can be responsible for that. No one else can be. And how that affects other people, you also have to be responsible for too. It is important that you find yourself. Otherwise, you cannot control who you are and how you affect people. And your influence is out of control. So there's different ways you can, take accountability for who you are. You can talk to, a spiritual practitioner or a past life therapist. Me, myself, I found out who I was by looking in past lives and finding it. You can do the same in different ways. Talk to a licensed professional. Just talk to somebody to actually figure out who you are and what you want to do. Number 2 is about finding the source of your spiritual power. Also, like finding your spiritual gifts, because the discovery of your spiritual gifts is really crucial to finding and also reclaiming your power. That's what we've been doing for these past weeks. It's about discovering those spiritual gifts. So please review all these videos and all of the spiritual podcasts that me and Luna Dawn are doing. It will give you like a good step up on the situation to find your spiritual gifts and to discover what they are. Because we all have spiritual nature. And I, as a clairvoyant, I know and I see that within everybody. So to find out your life mission and life purpose is super crucial to this step. So do that because it will unleash your power. Number 3, finally, becoming a positive influence. Now, every teacher says it, become a positive influence, make better choices, but you really, really need to understand that your influence as a spiritual person is so key. People really feel you. They feel affected by you in such a deep way. So your power, your spiritual power, it affects people around you. And especially if you are practicing spirituality, you have to understand that people can feel that. And you must consider yourself to be a positive role model in your community, and you must influence people in the right way. So through your actions, not just your awareness, you have to create a new way of doing things. Start creating things like art, videos, photos, blog posts. Start to showcase your work and your spirituality. And you can inspire people like that. Start to practice that inspiration. While putting these 3 steps together, take accountability for who you are, find the source of that spiritual gift and your power and your passion and your purpose, and then become a positive influence with all of that. That is truly reclaiming your power in every sense of the words or the phrase. And we can get there together. And with that being said, on Facebook Live on Friday at 8 p.m., feel free to visit me and Luna Dawn. We're going to be talking about power, the power of influence, and also how to reclaim your power. If you have any questions and you want to discuss it, feel free. We're happy to help you. And we look forward to seeing you there to discuss all spiritual topics and the spiritual gifts we've been talking about over these weeks. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you there. See ya!